If I could have your attention for just a moment. I'd like to welcome you all here this evening to the Meg Foundation building, and I very much appreciate all of you taking the time to stop by and share a little bit of holiday wishes with the folks from the business community from the town of Saugus. You know, one of the things that has become very apparent to many people is in order to have a strong and vital community, we have to have a strong business community and partnership between the businesses and the citizenry and the government within town. And there's been a lot of work that's been going on lately with some folks that are looking to revitalize the Saugus Chamber of Commerce. And for all of you to take the time to join us tonight to hear a little bit about those plans, we very much appreciate. In just a moment, I'm going to introduce Sean Grant, who's been doing the lion's share of the work to put together a group of people that really have taken an interest in putting the chamber together once again. And Sean is going to tell you a little bit about what has transpired over the past several months in that regard, and share with you the plans for the upcoming month or two as we look to launch in January the annual meeting for the new Saugus Chamber of Commerce. But before we go on, there's a couple of folks that I do want to thank. The first and foremost is I want to thank the Meg Foundation for not only hosting the Saugus Chamber of Commerce offices while we handle the coordination and handle the logistics of going through this process, but also hosting this holiday event this evening. And they've been very gracious with their time. It's a great organization, and we thank you very much for that. Now I just want to introduce Sean. Sean's got a little bit of an agenda to share with you of some of the things that are coming on for the chamber, but first and foremost, I would ask that you take an interest in what Sean is the information that Sean is sharing, because it's going to take a lot of work to put together what is going to be coming forward in the next couple of months, and we're going to need your help to do that. So Sean, if you could come up and share some of the details with us, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Kevin. As Kevin mentioned, Saugus Chamber, as many of the businesses may have realized, really has become inactive over the last couple of years. And through a couple of businesses that approached me, we kept talking about where is the Chamber of Commerce and what can they be doing for the town, and how can we bring the businesses together, make it a better place to work, and also realize that a lot of the businesses employ people that work and live in this community. They live in Saugus. So how can we make this a better community to live in? And Tom Gannon, I'd like to mention, who had to step out real quick, and Tony Speziali, two of the original board members that said, let's try to make this work. Jay Smolinski was gracious enough to come to the table, Kevin Tierney, Richard Magnan, Steve Castaberti, who unfortunately, being a busy season that it is, was not able to make it. We all came together and said, let's make a go of it. We really need a Saugus Chamber of Commerce. In the past, you look at some of the events that the Saugus Chamber of Commerce did, whether it be the holiday stroll, whether it be the Vitality Road Race. They were great events. They were great events that brought the community together. So what is it going to take to bring the chamber back to where it was? Well, this is a start. This is a start to bring people together, get the word out that the Saugus Chamber of Commerce is back. We're here, but we need your help. We need you to tell 2 or 3 other businesses that roll up your sleeves, get involved with the chamber. If you would like to serve on the board of directors, we're going to be taking nominations for the board. We're going to have an annual meeting in January. We're looking at potentially January 19th, in around that date. What we're going to need is for the business community to come out, join the chamber, which will entitle you to be a voting member. We're going to elect a new board of directors, and then we're going to ratify the bylaws. And then it's a question of what do you want to see in a chamber? The chamber is going to need your input as far as what you'd like to see. This is a fresh start. It's a fresh beginning. Monthly meetings, networking, community nights, those are all activities that the chamber is definitely going to be doing. But what can the chamber do more to make Saugus a really great place, not only to work, not only to live, but to do business in? One of the people that has been in Saugus for a long time, did you say 26 years?
Yes.
That's not long. That's nothing.
That's a movie.
There's some that say that to survive 26 years in Saugus is a long time. Jay Smolinski is an individual that epitomizes somebody that has brought a business to a new level in Saugus. When Jay started out, the Saugus Federal Credit Union really was a small community bank. And although it still retains that community feel about it and the community approach, because it is a credit union, not a bank, but it has grown to such lengths under Jay Smolinski's leadership. And it is, Jay's an individual that can exemplify if an organization can help grow a business and make it thrive and become like the Saugus Federal Credit Union. I'd like to ask Jay to come up and say a few words at this time.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I want to thank all of you. Being on the MAIC board, it's also a pleasure to be able to welcome you here and welcome the chamber back. If I may reinforce some of the words that Kevin Tierney shared with you and Sean, by all means, the chamber is indeed a needed and necessary entity within the community of Saugus. It is indeed an entity that has done a lot of good over the past number of years. In my years in Saugus, I can remember when it was the Route 1 Businessmen Association. I went to the Route 1 Area Businessmen Association. Big leap when we went to the chamber. I mean, this chamber has grown, has prospered, and it has demonstrated the good that it can do for the Saugus community and the business community as a whole. Sean referenced the growth of the credit union, but I can tell you when I came to Saugus, Saugus Bank was $24 million in size. That institution has also grown, and as it has grown, much like the credit union, when I came to Saugus, Saugus Bank and Saugus Federal Credit Union were the two smallest institutions in the community. We were $8 million, Kevin. Saugus Bank was 24. Both institutions have played a very vital and important role in the chamber over those past 26 years. The cooperative bank, Saugus Bank, has been just as influential and just as contributory, and the reason I make a point to talk about the two institutions is because they've always been here for the town and for the community. But it's going to take more than Saugus Federal Credit Union and more than Saugus Bank to make this succeed. It was a thriving chamber, it was a prosperous chamber, it fell upon hard times. To rehash what those hard times were would not benefit us, but I think we need to learn from them. We need to learn that it takes many, not a few, and the vote of the people and the consensus of the organization, not a few, that'll make it succeed again. Which means we need all of you and many, many more to make this succeed. It did it once. I have no doubt it can do it again with your help and help of your friends, your peers within the industry, and the rest of Saugus businesses, but they have to believe. They have to believe in all of you, they have to believe in those of us that are trying to restart this, and they have to believe that they can benefit from it. And I sincerely think they can. So on behalf of myself, the MAIC board, we welcome you. On behalf of those of us that are trying to start the chamber and get it moving forward again positively, we welcome you. We can't encourage you enough to bring more people with you to our next meeting, and we look forward to making this a successful venture, not just for us, but for Saugus, for the community, and for the businesses as a whole. So thank you very, very much. I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday, and hope to see you all, and twice as many of you at the next meeting. Thank you.